Wisconsin tourism has been surging since 2021. The Economic Impact Report declares that all 72 Wisconsin counties have experienced growth in the double digits. With more on this, we welcome in Discover Wisconsin producer Anna Elise Beckman. Anna, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, Ryan.
Of course. So can you first tell us more about the impact this surge in tourism has had on Wisconsin's economy?
Absolutely. So the state has invested about $1 billion of Wisconsin's federal funds in small businesses and other industries that were impacted by the pandemic. And a large portion of this was invested in the travel and tourism industry. For example, over $14 million went to grants for movie theaters, summer camps, and minor league sports teams. Over $27 million was granted to event venues and live event small businesses. Investment has really ramped up tourism in our state. And in 2021, Wisconsin hosted over 102.3 million visitor trips, which is an increase of 12% from 2020. And then, as you might have guessed, it has had a huge economic impact on our state. So the Wisconsin Department of Tourism's 2021 economic impact data revealed that Wisconsin tourism generated almost $21 billion in total economic impact. And statewide, total economic impact increased 21% over 2020. In 2021, visitors generated $1.4 billion in state and local taxes because of tourism spending.
So what are some places that these tourists are traveling to right here in Wisconsin then?
Absolutely. The EAA Air Venture in Oshkosh has actually been extremely popular. In about 2022, in 2022, about 650,000 people visited Oshkosh globally. The EAA Air Venture offers a time lapse of aviation, including its history, current undertakings, and the future of aviation. It's a 7-day event and the world's largest fly-in convention. Definitely something that I would love to go to. This year, it will take place July 24th through the 30th, and around 10,000 airplanes are displayed and flown, with airplanes taking off and landing sometimes every 10 to 12 seconds. There are air shows, various aircraft rides, an experiential Learn to Fly center, a fly-in outdoor theater, and a list of veteran activities, and a lot more. Another classic is the Wisconsin Dells, with its wild tourist attractions surrounded by the Wisconsin River's natural beauty, which is already built into the area, and it's of course conveniently located between the Twin Cities, Madison, Milwaukee, and Chicago. So it's always been a very great place for a family road trip. And then lastly, I wanted to mention two places in Spring Green. One is the infamous Frank Lloyd Wright's Taliesin, now recognized as a National Historic Landmark in Wisconsin's only public UNESCO site. It is set in the Driftless area of Wisconsin, and people flock to see its architectural wonders firsthand. The second place in the area to mention is the American Players Theater, which has an outdoor amphitheater that seats over 1,000 and another indoor theater that seats just over 200. The actors at APT are phenomenal, and the hilly setting in the Driftless area is pretty unbeatable.
That all sounds great. So what can we expect to see from Discover Wisconsin this month?
Yeah, we've got some great reruns featured on Bally Sports this month, including Door County Wine and Cheese on June 3rd and 4th, Wapaka on June 10th and 11th, Lake Geneva, It's Always Been the Place on June 17th and 18th, and then Sheboygan, which is on going to show on June 24th and the 25th.
Awesome, Anna. We really appreciate it, as always. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thanks, Ryan, for having me.
You got it. Have a good day.
Yeah, you too.